Hey and welcome back to The Revolution and the first official step on the road to WWE 2K24. Earlier today, WWE and 2K unveiled a whole ton of information for WWE 2K24, including this year's cover star, returning match types, and a badass themed women's deluxe edition, so let's dive in. To be sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming WWE 2K24 content, hit that bell icon and subscribe to the channel. You can also head on over to our official website www.revolution.com for all the latest women's wrestling news and so much more. With so much information to break down, in this video we'll go over all things cover reveal, including different editions and pricing options. Then later today we'll break down returning match types and more. With this year being the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania, 2K have begun the WrestleMania celebrations early with 3 iconic covers of this year's game, with Cody Rhodes front and centre in the standard edition of the game, a classic themed WrestleMania edition for the collector's edition, and a stunning deluxe edition of the game featuring Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. Bianca's inclusion on the cover of the deluxe edition of this year's game makes Bianca the first woman of colour to ever feature on the front of a WWE 2K game, with Belair once again making history. I have to say that I love that this year's game has 3 individual themes, even though they're all nicely tied to WrestleMania. In the past, even though covers have looked awesome, this year's different covers cater to fans of different divisions, covering the women, classic WWE, and fans of modern day WWE and Cody Rhodes. As many of us have speculated for quite some time now, the American Nightmare himself is indeed the cover star for this year's game, with 2K having an overall theme of WrestleMania and the tagline, "Finish Your Story." Like in previous years, there are 3 editions of WWE 2K24 to choose between, as well as a standard cross-gen digital edition, so let's take a look and see what each and every edition comes with. Since making his return to WWE, Cody's been the talk of the town and will no doubt be a huge focal point for this year's WrestleMania, so having him take centre stage on the WrestleMania-themed edition of the game seems somewhat fitting. For fans wanting to pick up the standard edition of WWE 2K24, they can purchase this year's game on PS4, Xbox One and PC for $59.99. For players on current gen consoles, they can pick up the game on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S at the price of $69.99. For those who pre-ordered this year's game, they will receive the Nightmare Family Pack, which consists of 4 playable superstars, including 2 alternate versions of Cody Rhodes, a 1976 version of Dusty Rhodes, and superstar Billy Graham. The alternate versions of Cody cover different times in Cody's WWE career, with the awful yet iconic Stardust making his return at the series, as well as the undashing masked Cody Rhodes. Players will also receive 3 additional My Faction cards, including a Mattel Bruce Cody Rhodes Gold Rarity card and a Gold Rarity Manager card of Cody's dog Pharaoh. Now, if the Cody Mattel model is anything like the John Cena action figure in last year's game, I absolutely cannot wait to see it. If that wasn't enough, all pre-orders of any edition of this year's game also come with a standard edition of WWE 2K23. Talk about a bargain. This year's standard cross-gen digital edition will also be available for $69.99 on both PlayStation and Xbox consoles, and includes a standard edition across both previous and current gen consoles of the same platform family. Next up, we have the deluxe edition of WWE 2K24, which looks absolutely gorgeous in my opinion, featuring both Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in signature WrestleMania moments for the pair. As touted by 2K in this afternoon's press release, this move marks the first year 2 female superstars have graced a dedicated WWE 2K cover, with both women once again making history. Speaking on being a co-cover star alongside Rhea, Bianca said, "This is an incredible milestone in my career, and I'm so excited to show the world why WWE 2K24 is a must-have and the best game for every WWE fan and gamer." Rhea, on the other hand, was humble as ever, saying, "I've proven myself to be the most dominant competitor to ever hold the WWE Women's World Championship. Earning the accolade of WWE 2K24 cover superstar is only fitting, and I'm proud to add it to my list of accomplishments." Hopefully this isn't the last time multiple female superstars grace a 2K cover, as this is hands down one of the greatest WWE covers of all time, at least in my opinion. So how much will the deluxe edition set you back, and what will it include? This year's deluxe edition comes in at $99.99 on all platforms and includes the standard cross-gen edition of WWE 2K24 as well as the Nightmare Family Pack and this year's Season Pass, which covers 5 post-launch DLC packs. The deluxe edition will also include the My Rise Mega Boost and Supercharger, just like in previous years, as well as gold rarity My Faction cards of both Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. The deluxe edition also includes alternate attires for both Bianca and Rhea and will be available to play from March 5th, 3 days before the standard release on March 8th. Last, and by certainly no means least, we have this year's Collector's Edition celebrating 40 years of WrestleMania. I have to say I love how it encapsulates the classic WrestleMania design with a modern twist featuring superstars from all eras and pivotal moments in their careers. I have to say I would love to see 2K do something similar for next year's game, but giving us a modern day SmackDown vs Raw style cover celebrating the modern day men and women of WWE. This year's Collector's Edition will retail at $119.99 on all platforms and comes with the standard cross-gen digital edition of WWE 2K24 as well as all bonus content included in the deluxe edition. The Collector's Edition will also come with its very own 40 Years of WrestleMania pack, which includes alternate attires for Macho King Randy Savage from WrestleMania 6, Rey Mysterio from WrestleMania 22, Triple H from WrestleMania 30, Charlotte Flair from WrestleMania 33, and Rhea Ripley from WrestleMania 36. Now this is just pure speculation, but seeing as though the WrestleMania pack includes Charlotte and Rhea from WrestleMania 33 and 36, I wonder if that means that those matches won't be included in the Showcase of Immortal Showcase as revealed earlier today. That means that the Fatal 4-Way match featuring Bayley, Charlotte, Nia and Sasha won't be included, which isn't that much of a surprise considering Sasha's departure and Rhea's match against Charlotte from the pandemic era. I can easily understand why 2K opted not to include both matches, especially seeing as Rhea and Charlotte faced off again at WrestleMania 39, so I'm glad to see both their attires featured, especially Charlotte's, as it's always been a favourite of mine. But moving on, the edition will also include gold rarity My Faction cards for each additional superstar, an instant unlock of all playable showcase characters, and the WrestleMania 40 arena, which will be available post-launch. Now the fact that the arena is being added post-launch makes me think we might actually get an exact or close recreation of this year's WrestleMania, which is pretty damn awesome if I do say so myself. Like the deluxe edition of WWE 2K24, the 40 Years of WrestleMania edition will also release 3 days early on March 5th. So there we have it, 3 awesome editions of WWE 2K24 featuring a handful of goodies, especially for us women's wrestling fans, and I especially can't wait to see how the upcoming DLC packs play out in the weeks and months ahead. If you can afford to do so, I definitely recommend purchasing the Collector's Edition of WWE 2K24 thanks to those added bonus WrestleMania themed attires as well as the WrestleMania 40 arena, even if the deluxe cover is hands down the best between all 3. Now, the deluxe edition cover with Rhea and Bianca might be my favourite, but let me know in the comments down below which is your favourite cover, as well as which edition you are most likely to pick up and play. To be sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming WWE 2K24 content, hit that bell icon and subscribe to the channel. You can also head on over to our official website www.revolution.com for all the latest women's wrestling news and so much more. Until next time, I've been The Revolution. Let the WWE 2K24 celebrations begin.